The changes that you guys are making this month, Gemini, and into November will be probably pretty life altering. There are parts of you that you have questioned, not necessarily because it was your own idea to question them, but because somebody else made you question them. This is a point where you start to realize these things, and you probably are going to make a very peaceful exit that has been a long time coming. So, Gemini, without further ado, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis, and I've been a tarot reader for 5 years. If you're not new here, welcome back. Obviously, I am happy to have you. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. The Empress reversed in the past position. Maybe you weren't really feeling yourself. Maybe you're having some kind of creative blocks. Maybe you're having a breakout like I did for like the entire month, and it was killing your vibe a little bit. The King of Swords reversed. You could have had somebody around you that was mentally abusive or a bit of a gaslighter. What I would say is don't believe it. It's the world, and I don't think that you did. Maybe you did for a time, direction. You seem to be done with something. We're just done, Gemini. Let's see your oracle for this row. Show the world the real you. Wow. So this is all about authenticity. And you could have had somebody that was making you kind of question who you are or who you were, whatever the case may be. Had you kind of questioning how beautiful or how handsome you were, how talented you were. And I think this is just really about you breaking through whatever those inhibitions were and being able to show the world the real you. So then in the present position, we have the strength that made you stronger. I know sometimes we don't ask to be stronger, but life just throws us some curveballs and it gives us no choice. So seems like there's a lot of confidence here. The Six of Swords reverse, you can be reminiscing about a lot of things from the past, having a hard time kind of moving on from whatever it is. But nonetheless, you seem to be in a pretty good, I was going to say headspace, and then you got the Ace of Swords. The thing is, Gemini, you know your own personal truth at the end of the day. Somebody could have tried to make you think in a different way, and sometimes that's not bad, but sometimes it's that people have negative intentions, trying to manipulate you or trying to make you think in a way that is going to lessen your confidence or make you think differently about yourself in a way that's not necessarily healthy. We have Sagittarius. It's kind of, even though it's not Uranus, I'm thinking I have the planet Uranus in my head, which is all about breaking free. It's about freedom, and so is Sagittarius in a way, just in a bit of a different way. I feel like Uranus is about, yes, it can be about our beliefs as well, but it's who we authentically are, right? Breaking free of other people's expectations of us, etc. And then I feel like Sagittarius is more of like freedom to explore and see what we believe in, is kind of the vibe here, is what I'm getting for late October. So it seems like you guys are ready to open yourself up to that, maybe open yourself up to some traveling, some possibilities in that regard. Okay, I'm getting that for some of you. For some of you, you may be connecting with somebody who is at a distance. Okay. Okay. For the first week of November, we have the Magician. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Talents, gifts, skills, abilities. You have everything that you need to be able to create the reality that you want, Gemini. I mean, this is your major arcana, or at least one of them. The Five of Cups reverse. We're kind of letting go of those old narratives, is what I feel like for you, Gemini. Letting go of those old narratives, any kind of doubts that you had, any even animosity that maybe you were holding towards someone else, maybe for a good reason. I don't know, but it wasn't doing you any favors, right? And I think that's something that maybe you're realizing. Then we have the Two of Swords reverse. The Two of Swords reverse can be about taking off our blindfold and seeing something for what it is, and not avoiding something anymore. Just being like, yep, you know what, this is what it is, and I have to be honest with myself, and I have to take accountability, or I have to make a decision. The tarot card that the oracle card that you have for that is Metamorphosis Mirage. Well, we were just talking about taking off the blindfold. So it says, embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. So it's a lot about change. And I think it's also about a lot about, once again, taking off the blindfold and seeing something or someone for what it is. So let's go ahead and clarify. Wow, you have the King of Swords reverse again on that Empress reverse. Well, I'm getting that some of you have been shamed for your, okay, now I heard Lilith in Gemini. Some of you can be a Lilith in Gemini, all right? But I'm hearing that a lot of you were shamed or have been shamed either for your appearance, for your words, for what you tweet, I don't know, for what you post, or your creativity, your physical appearance, even. And it looks to me like that was the intent. Somebody wanted you to question yourself this month. Somebody wanted you to second guess how beautiful you are or how handsome you are. Somebody wanted you to question that. And I think you did. To be honest, I think it got to a point where you did. And all that's really doing is strengthening your sense of authenticity. Because either something is going to break us down and then we must rebuild, or something is going to press against us. It's going to pressure us to either, double down on who it is that we say we are, or make us second guess ourselves. And I think you guys did second guess yourself, but not because there was actually something to second guess, but this person was likely sent in your life for you to build confidence. And a lot of the times that comes through needing to break down, you know? Because the confidence can sometimes come from a more authentic place when we allow ourselves to be broken down into pieces so we can kind of filter out what's real and what's not. Because keep in mind, your oracle card is show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. What's authentic, what is not. So that King of Swords reversed. Whoa, are you kidding? Oh my God. You're not even going, let me make sure. Okay, going to believe this. You have the Empress reversed with the King of Swords reversed, then the King of Swords reversed with the Empress upright. That is very telling. It is literally what I just told you. I think what you realized is that somebody was insecure in regards to who they are. And so what you did is double down on who you know yourself to be. So it's almost like this person was a blessing in disguise. Even though they made you question who you were able to be like, you know what? I am exactly who I think I am. Thank you so much. That's what that looks like to me. Then we have the World and the Four of Wands reversed. This is like saying, okay, no problem. You have, your mind frame, I have mine. You have your thoughts, I have mine. You have your opinion, I have mine. No harm, no foul. Have a great day. That's kind of because the Four of Wands reverse can be where we're not welcoming someone into our space anymore, but we're doing so in the world way. We're doing so in a peaceful and strategic and mature way. This is done, right? The World is the last of the major arcanas, which tells me that you completed a very serious journey. And that could have had something to do with maybe the full moon in Aries that we just came up off of. Oh, moon in Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius and then full moon in Aquarius. That's very telling. Some of you guys maybe had a mother that shamed you for who you were. Okay. I'm getting that just because I see full moon and then moon in Aquarius. Maybe there was a mother figure who was in Aquarius. I don't know. I know that's really freaking specific. But I think that a lot of you were hiding the real you for a really long time, or you felt like you needed to even abandon a part of yourself in order to be more likable, to appease others, etc. And now you're coming out of that. I don't know why Gemini energy is so easy for me to get into. I don't have any Gemini placements except Chiron conjunct Lilith in Gemini in the second house, nonetheless. So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, but you guys are easy to read. And I don't say that in like a bad way, but for some reason, like with some signs, it's hard for me to like get in there. For some reason, with you guys, I seem so or feel so comfortable. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So in the present moment, which is late October. Yeah, I feel like this strength came from heartache. Sometimes you got to get your ass kicked. You know what I say? That sometimes you have to get your heart broke a little bit. And all it really does, I don't want to say all it does, but it can create this level of unshakable confidence if you allow it. And it seems like that's what's happening. The Six of Swords reverse with the Page of Swords. There's some looking back at the past. You can see he's kind of looking back, right? There's some looking back at the past. There's some curiosity about it. I think you're still kind of learning from it. Why did that happen? This is Gemini after all. Some of you could be younger. Okay, that's not for all of you. But it's definitely a why did I stick around with that for so long? Or what can I learn from my past experiences to ensure that I do not make those same mistakes? That's what that looks like to me. For others of you, this can be like an old writing project, podcast, book, some kind of content creation, maybe that you're either reading or watching again, or that you're creating, perhaps something that maybe you left on the shelf. We have the Ace of Swords. Wow, with the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, checkmate. Honestly, it is truly a checkmate in my opinion, Gemini. So there is some really great clarity that you're having. And I think it's because you're bringing something back from the past, and I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about like what I said about content creation or writing or books or podcasts or something. And sometimes it's necessary to take a look at the past. Sometimes it's necessary, especially if we're trying to make sure that we've learned everything that there is to learn there. Okay. And it seems like because of that, you may be a lot more clear on what it is that you want, the legacy that you want to build on, the legacy that you want to build. It can also be that some kind of project that you abandoned in the past, you may be going back to it and revising it, and you seem to be figuring out exactly how it's going to make you some kind of money. Money seems to be really good at the end of October, from what I can see. It can just be a lot of clarity around what you want in a relationship, or there can be some kind of conversation about a relationship or about some kind of longevity in regards to money. And like the Ten of Pentacles is what you deem as the ultimate happiness. And I'm not talking about just emotional, I'm also talking about financial. Told ya. Sagittarius and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, and Sagittarius is, well, Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, right? So now I'm thinking about Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter in Capricorn, we can really find a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and accumulative resources through our hard work and determination over time. But sometimes it takes a while, right? So maybe see where you have Capricorn in your chart. Maybe that can kind of tell you what is transpiring, or maybe even what is progressing. It's trying to tell you to stay optimistic in regards to either the relationship that you want, the relationship that you already have to yourself, this newfound confidence, or something in regards to money or business. Because I think that something really positive can truly come from it. There's something here that has the ability to stand the test of time, and it feels like it's an idea. There can also be something that you're announcing as well. So let's see the first week of November. The Magician with the World reverse. I'm telling you, there's something that you're picking back up on, and it feels like it's a talent, gift, skill, or ability. And basically what God is saying, what the universe is saying, what spirit is saying, you have it. Like, you have it. You have what it takes to be able to see this thing through. All you have to do is trust that you do. And then, well, all you also have to do, it's not all about intention, right? We can have all the intention in the world, but if we're not acting in that intent, then nothing's going to happen. So this is asking to make sure that you see that through. Then we have the Five of Cups reversed with the Eight of Pentacles. And that's exactly what you're doing, baby. You know, I mean, you're killing it with this. This is absolutely beautiful. You're realizing that something doesn't serve you anymore. There's no use in holding grudges or being upset about something, or whatever. You're like, I'm just going to work on me. I'm going to work on what I need to work on. And it's so funny because I just said, intention is nothing unless you act on that intent. And here you are, you're acting on it. And something emotionally that was holding you back for a long time. We were kind of talking about that earlier, right? With that Six of Swords reverse and that Page of Swords, something that's been holding you back. You're learning how to let go of that. Because I feel like with this metamorphosis mirage, you are changing because your perspective is changing, because you are having revelations in your life that are going to last for a very long time. So there's something that you're transitioning through who you used to be, who you used to think yourself to be, who this person made you believe that you are. And then there's new possibilities that are coming because you decided to either change, or you decided to double down on what you believe to be true about who you are. And so to me, this is, you were going through a cocoon phase that I think needed to be had for you to get here. Yeah, look, Two of Swords reverse, Two of Pentacles. Okay, I see the truth now. It's all good. You know, it may feel a little chaotic. It may feel like you've had a lot of ups and downs, and that's okay. But you're handling it. You're handling it with grace. And I think that's really all you can do. You're making practical, informed decisions, and I'm not mad at you for it. Hierophant. God, that's beautiful. You may be seeing the truth about a relationship, but this is also about being very grounded in your values and your morals, etc. There are things about you that you have learned that are never going to change. You know, these are the solidified things that you've gained from your experiences, the qualities that now make up a huge part of who you are. And not just any part, but the foundation. And if someone can't shake the foundation for you of who you are, then it's going to be very hard to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? So this to me looks incredible. Good for you, Gemini. I'm really proud of you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website at www.violettaalexis.com. If you would like to book a scheduled session with me or text and or call spontaneously, you can do so at hipsy.com/violettaalexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below or in the pinned comment in the chat. Thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great mid-October.